Yo quiero estar en vivo contigo. Yo quiero estar. Welcome to Live with Jackie. This is a show where I support my supporters, where we discover some untapped talent, where we inspire one another, where we just cry sometimes, and that's what it's about. So welcome back to Live with Jackie, and I've been having incredible guests, and also like people that inspire me. But today's really special because my girl from Joy, from Jesse and Joy, she said yes. She said yes. I was like, oh my God. So she's gonna be on today, you guys. She's one half of the talented brother and sister duo, Jesse and Joy. Over the last 15 years, they've released 6 albums. They've had multiple platinum records. They've won Latin Grammys. We'll talk about that because I was there. And they've also won Grammys, Latin Grammys and Grammys. Award winners. Oh my God, I am so excited. I wonder if she's already here. I told her, let's see. Oh my God, she is. Guys, are you ready? Okay, if I get a nip slip, just tell me. Don't be that guy. Hey.
Hi.
How are you? Oh my God. I put
How
a
are
little blush
you?
on in the dark and it's just not working.
At least you have makeup on.
I wasn't good. I never wear makeup on, ever. And today I was like, Joey is going to be here. I want to look cute for her.
I'm sorry. I should have dressed for the occasion.
No, you're perfect.
Yeah.
You're perfect
Like
as you are. Oh, perfect. I'm wearing like a bathing suit because I was just outside. So I just, was like, let me go inside. I've been burning in the sun, but how are you?
I am good. How are you? It's been forever since I've seen you in person.
Oh my God, yes. I think the last time I saw you was when I gave you your Latin Grammy. You guys, I gave her a Latin Grammy. I was presenting at the Latin Grammys and I had the 3 people and I said, Jesse and Joy, they're going to win tonight. I promise you that. And if they do win, I'm going to say their name, all right? Everybody had their people. And then you did, and I was so excited for you.
Thank you.
And you know what? The moment I met you, you've always been so sweet. And I fell in love with your voice. Like, you have such a beautiful, angelic voice. That it does make me cry in a good way, though,
Oh, that's just thank you.
All right, it's your turn, because this is your floor today. So when did you guys decide you wanted to be artists? Because I read that you were signed when you were 15. Like, when did you know this was you and your brother, like a duo? This is for us. When did you know?
Actually, we started writing when I was 15 and Jesse was 18, but we were signed when I was 18.
Oh,
so we were writing for a good
I
3 years. No, it's fine. Don't worry. What happened was that we started writing as an accident. And I say as an accident because there was always music at home. Neither mom or dad were musicians, but they both absolutely loved to sing. Our daddy passed away, but he loved to sing. My mom still loves to sing. And there was always music at home. We are Mexican-American. Our dad was Mexican. Our mom was American. And we were born and raised in Mexico City. So mom kind of created a bubble with her own music, her own little world. So we were brought in these 2 amazing cultures. Wow. So what happened is that we had the best of both worlds when it came to music, and that was inspiration. So one day Jesse was playing one of the guitars that he found at church. Oh. And he was jamming to it, and he comes to me and he's like, I think this sounds new. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah. Like, for example, when you grab a guitar and you're just learning how to play it, you start mimicking other songs or try to play a riff of a song you like. He's like, no, I think this is new. And I was like, it does sound fresh. I mean, you should definitely write something. And he's like, how the heck am I going to do that? Should we try to write something together? And I was like, done. So we started writing. Some songs were horrible. Some songs were like, this song is not bad. But we were just writing because we were enjoying that. I mean, the whole process of creating. And
isn't that so cool that you had that connection of music with your brother, though? That's cool.
It really is. I mean, imagine that we used to fight all the time because we're brother and sister. And I remember there's one particular time that it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I could hear my dad run down the stairs and bang on the door because we were being a little loud. And as soon as he opened the door and he realized we were not fighting, and we were like in harmony as we were creating, he was like, oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. I mean, just keep it a little bit down, you know, because of the neighbors. But it must have been amazing for my mom and dad to be like, wow, they actually, you know, enjoy doing something together instead of fighting.
Hablaba un poquito en español porque yo veo gente que dice, no entiendo.
Claro,
we could do the Spanglish, right? We could do the Spanglish.
Of course.
That is so cool. And then like, but how did you, did you audition for the label? Like, how did you guys started writing, and then did your who introduced you to like the label? And because you know, I'm independent right now, so I want to know.
It's a crazy story, and
we're here for it.
I don't know if you ever heard of the theory of 4 grades or 5 grades of people.
Yeah.
Obviamente today it's much shorter because, you know, social media made everything absolutely, you know, al alcance. And when I say this, it's because la teoría de los tantos grados es de que tú estás a 2 grados o 1 grado de Michelle Obama. Estás a 1 grado means another person que estás así de cerca y estamos interconectados, ¿no?
For sure.
So we started writing, and we were writing for us. We were not writing because we thought that maybe one day we would be signed. I grew up with the worst case of stage fright.
I still have that case.
No, seriously. Like for me, every single time I'd have to sing in front of someone, I would cry, and I didn't want anyone to know that I could sing because it was just me. My voice was my biggest secret. No?
That's beautiful. So, I just got chills from that.
No, thank you. And what happened was that we were just writing, and a friend was like, you should maybe record what you're doing. But you know, at that age, and it still happens to me sometimes when I play back mis voice notes, it's como, uy, esa soy yo hablando, it's como, uy.
Yeah,
you know?
Trust me, I know that.
And so imagine now singing to something, it would be like, uy. So my brother, he borrowed this microphone for the chat. Porque antes we didn't have built-in microphones.
No.
And so he borrowed one of these microphones for the chat. Y ahí grabamos todo. So a few friends and mom and dad, of course, were like, ¿me quemas un disco so I can have it? And we're like, okay.
Aww.
And one of those went hand to hand. And so one day I get a call, and it's Warner Music. And they're like,
chills.
It's seriously a crazy story. Y dicen, hablamos de Warner Music, estamos buscando a 2 hermanos, a Joy y a Jesse. Tienen una cita el día miércoles a las 11 de la mañana. Traigan sus guitarras. I hang up. And this is so funny because una de mis tías favoritas me regaló un celular. Back in that time, no one had a cell phone. So
no, girl, I
did not get any calls except my parents. And so I thought it was a prank. And my dad is like, is everything okay? Tu cara está como un poquito. Le dije, dicen que hablaron de una disquera. Jesse was working at a Costco at the time.
Wow.
Él checaba the memberships.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I just got the weirdest call. And I was like, you know, it could be a prank. I mean, some of our friends know that we're writing. And my dad is like, no. Los voy a llevar y vemos qué onda. Llegamos, they were expecting us. And what happened then is that it was just when the whole crisis de la piratería empezó. And the guy that was with us for a few hours listening to our songs, he's like, I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you. Estamos haciendo mucho recorte de personal. Pero, por favor, denme tiempo to get my shit together. We're like, okay. We continued writing. We continued creating. And a year later, we get the call again. And they're like, here's the contract. We want you. And
a year later. And you could have given up. You could have been like, all right, we tried.
But I mean,
You know?
it's funny because we weren't trying, but in the end, I mean,
You didn't even try. That was like a, something that God wanted for you.
yes,
like you were just like, here, mom, or whatever, and it just traveled because God wanted that for you. He wanted you to be a voice of the people. You know that, right?
I mean, I think of God, the universe. I think of something way bigger than me because it was definitely written in the stars. Like
Yeah.
the fact that I did not like to sing in front of people, and for me to have something much powerful to say than the fright or the fear of actually sharing it. Digo, eventualmente se me ha quitado un poquito, pero
Obvio, porque no se nota, porque se ve que
no,
tú naciste para eso, de verdad.
no, you're too
Sí,
sweet. No, no,
no.
pero así,
Yo me
así fue
enamoré
como
de
pasó.
ti. Yo no sé qué canción fue. Algo llorar, llorar.
Ajá, llorar.
Esa fue la canción que me enamoré de tu voz. I'm like, yo un
Thank
día
you.
quiero trabajar con ella.
Ay,
Un día, todavía tú sabes.
un día lo
I'm
haremos. Yo
getting there.
feliz, yo feliz. Tú sabes que yo te admiro mucho, te tengo mucho cariño y a mí me parece que music is for sharing, music is for encouraging one another y creo que es lo bonito detrás de la música y el poder de la música, that can be a collective situation.
Yeah, bueno, hablamos de eso ahorita, porque eso sería mi sueño. No quiero llorar en este momento, porque we
Ay.
just started, right? Because I will cry right now. Okay. Let me ask the next question, because I got cards, girl. I'm prepared.
You go for it. I'm here.
When we see you and your brother, because I have a brother too that we're very close in age, we see you have such a good connection, such good vibrations on stage, and you make beautiful music together. But like, do you guys get into any like fights? Because I really don't. Like, I yell at my brother all day.
We fight all the time. All the time. But here's the thing. I think that music brings people together. And we definitely find that middle ground when we're creating because, it's such a complex dynamic. Te conoces perfecto con tu hermano, con tu hermana, con la familia con la que creciste.
Yeah.
They know those trigger buttons. You know theirs. So it's kind of like you're trying to look at them with a different set of eyes, which is virtually impossible. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to music, for us, we've learned that it's about the benefit of the music and not the benefit of the people behind it. Porque si estamos creando and we let ego or, rencillas pasadas o peleas pasadas get in the way, la creación se mancha de eso. Y desde muy jovencitos, yo creo que sin hablarlo, we kind of created this like pacto no hablado. We cannot set foot on a stage or create if we're mad at each other. O sea, we can't do that porque it does reflect.
It does. Wow, that's so true. That's so true. And I love that you take yourself away from the situation and it's not about you guys. It's like you make music for the world and for people to feel things. You know what I mean? And trust me, I feel things when you cry because when you sing, I feel what like happened. I'm like there. You know what I mean? Like you take me to a new world. Anyhow,
thank you.
That's cool. That's cool because I was like, my brother,
who's older?
He's older.
Okay.
He's older. And, when you're young, you guys are like, I always wanted to hang out with him. And he's like, no, Jackie. I'm like, can I play Sega with you, please? No. And he's like, I see you're there. Why are you hiding from me? But now he's, obsessed with me and he'll kill anybody for me. Like, I love my brother so much. He's the best. And he's from New York. So he talks like that. He's like, what'd he say? Say what? Like, so now we fight too, but like I get so emotional, but him and I can't go a day with fighting. Like you said, we have to work it out then and there. And he really is into music. And I grew up in the States, so like, and also in the Dominican Republic. I moved to America when I was 15. But like, he helps me also bring the culture from the DR back, like the music, que lo que está pasando en la República, you know what I mean? So
he connects
like,
you.
Exactly. So he helps me too with music. So that's why I was interested in that question. Like I was like, you should manage me, bro. He's always like, yo, I gotta get you in the studio. He's the best. And also my bodyguard. Okay, this is a question. if you could form a band with 3 other artists besides your brother, you know, who would that be? Maybe somebody who inspired you. For me, it would be Elvis, Jimi Hendrix, and Whitney Houston. And if I could add a 4th, Michael Jackson.
Wow. Okay. Oh my. Okay. So if I could create a band, Selena would be part of it.
I missed Selena. Damn it.
No, it's fine. Selena would have to be a part of it. Creo que Celia Cruz would be a fantastic.
Oh, another one. Literally, my name is Cruz because of her. Like, what am I thinking?
And you know what? You would be the other person.
Stop it. You're such a liar. Don't.
No, why? No. You have great taste in music. You're talented. I mean, imagine the combination.
Oh my God. Well, Joy, I meant to add you to my list.
It's fine.
Well, that's gonna happen because you said it, and now it's out there in the world, and
you can channel Celia. I can channel Selena.
Oh my God! Imagine.
And then it's the 4 of us.
Oh my God! And we can use some of their music.
Dude, have you ever stopped to think about what Selena would have been today if she would have still been around? Like, it blows my mind that 20 years later,
25.
after she passed, 25, well, yeah, 20 more, 25 years after she passed, she's still #1, and she's still top of mind, and she's still, you know, that one song that you hear at a wedding or at a party, that even if your feet are already killing you and you're ready to call it a night and go home,
Legends never die.
The spirit brings you back home.
Right? It's because legends never die, and that's what she wanted to, like you said, it's for me too. In acting, for me, like, I also take myself away. It's not about me anymore. It's about the people now. Estoy diciendo que para mí también la música y mi actuación, que ya no es para mí, es para dejar algo en este mundo, para, you know, dejar algo que pueda inspirar a personas 20 años después de ahora, you know what I mean? So, la música tuya es clásica, la música tuya la podemos escuchar en 100 años y todavía tú sientes algo.
No, you're too sweet. De verdad, millón.
You are a legend too. Just saying.
No,
Just saying.
Pero tienes mucha razón, ¿sabes? Creo que hay un punto en el que la gente que somos creadores y somos gente pública, siento que there's a time and there's a time and place and there's a point in your career en el que te das cuenta que lo que tú creas tiene un impacto en la gente. Y es muy válido la gente que también quiere crear para monetizar, porque claro que también es un negocio y de esto vivimos. Es válido la gente que lo hace por diversión, pero somos algunos los que decimos, quiero que mi legado viva después de mí. Yo voy con la conciencia tranquila de saber que en este mundo, esta pequeña, minúscula granito de arena que soy, yo me encargué de dejar algo positivo. ¿No?
Es muy lindo también. Eso, that's beautiful. Y una buena manera de pensar, you know what I mean? Because también la gente ahora, la música está un poco confundida para mí, porque siento que la música ahora es para el dinero, no para la gente. ¿Me entiendes? Y como que lo que está pasando en la música es muy bonito, que it's evolution, you know, it's evolving. But I also feel like we're still stuck in one thing. And I think that that if we open our hearts a little bit and went a little deeper than tits and ass, I think we'd get further in life. You know what I mean? And trust me, I got tits and ass, and
Reach.
I got tits and ass, and I show it because I feel comfortable in my skin, and I'm good, and I want people to feel good in their bodies, even if it's not perfect, because I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? And so yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like maybe we should write a song that really talks about like this moment of unity too when it comes to women, because look at music is a man's world too, and we fight against each other because we think someone's going to take our spot. But if we literally open the doors for others, actually it would be a woman's world.
1,000%. And we have a new album coming out soon, and there's this song that is already a single. Se llama Lo Nuestro Vale Más. The English version also exists because we write in English and in Spanish. And the English version is We Owe Each Other That. And even though a lot of our songs are kind of like love songs, they're not necessarily a couple love song. You know, this song, when we wrote it, we were thinking of how we owe each other that to absolutely everyone, to humankind. It's kind of like nuestro deber, you know, to look at each other as family. It's crazy to think that still in this day tenemos que seguir peleando por equidad, tenemos que seguir peleando por igualdad de derechos, por color de piel, por mujer, por hombre. Es fascinante pensar que no seguimos todos o sea, que no nos hemos quitado esa forma de pensar. And you were saying about tits and ass. Me parece que si es algo que a ti o sea, tú lo tienes y tú lo quieres usar, es muy diferente que si tú te estás sintiendo libre en tu cuerpo, a que someone's trying to profit out of you.
Exactly.
No,
esa es la cosa que,
difference.
yeah, es una diferencia, it's a big difference.
Porque mucha gente habla de los géneros de música ahorita en una liberación de la mujer, y yo digo, sería una liberación de la mujer if it were women writing it. You know, if it were women writing these lyrics, and if it were women singing these lyrics, it would be a liberation. But it's men singing about tits and ass, profiting out of their tits and ass.
Exactly. That's the thing I'm saying. That's the thing I'm saying. And it's irritating. It's a little irritating. It's irritating. And you know what? For me, I've been doing music my whole life, right? But like music was before acting, right? But acting opened the door for my music, and people are like, oh, she thinks she sings now. But the thing is that like, oh, she want to sing now? I'm like, no, I've been singing. It's just like you said, I'm also very shy. Oh my God. Even like when I used to sing, I would sing so quiet. I had to re-record like 3 songs in my album because when I first went there, I was too shy to sing in front of a producer who produced Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson. And I didn't think I was at any level that I couldn't really use my voice. But now I've been more confident, and it's crazy how just like I am feeling confident with my body, sing with my voice. You know, like these last 2 years, I finally got like vocal lessons, and it's expressing like parts of me that I never used before, you know? And I'm like
really
discovering things. Yeah, I discovered a lot of things that I didn't know I could do.
That's awesome. But you know what? Don't be so hard on yourself, because when it comes to recording vocals, oh my God, it's the most vulnerable type of situation. You know, first of all, you're in a booth, you're alone, and it's a sound that is coming out of your body. I mean, I don't want to take out the whole romantic situation of beautiful voices, but what's the difference between singing and burping? No? Quitándole el lado romántico.
Well, one sounds better.
No, but it's a sound coming out of your body.
Yeah, true.
No? And so it's a sound that you can control, but you're behind a booth and you're completely excluded from the rest of the people. And every single mistake you make will be amplified to more ears that get to judge you. Ojo, maybe they're not judging you, but they will come back and say, we need to repeat the pitch. We need to repeat, this is flat.
Yeah.
Para empezar, the way I do vocals, there's no booth. I go into the recording part, you know, me voy where the consola is. Les pido everyone to be quiet, and we're all in the same room together. That way, everyone is in that state of vulnerability. Everyone needs to be quiet.
Ooh,
You see what I mean?
so into that.
Because you take a load off your shoulders.
Yeah.
Every single one has to be in your state of mind, because no one can make any noise.
And that's like a good vibration to be in too. Everybody.
So don't be hard on yourself. Don't whenever own it. You know?
That's so cool. Yeah, I like literally like in the last, my voice has just transformed really because of my confidence. And it's because, you know, you're always like, you can't do it. You can't, everybody, you know, the negativity, and you're trying to block this stuff, and it's hard. But I stopped caring again what other people think, and I started caring about what I thought. Because again, someone over here said it, I don't want to say Nayi or something. Naye, she said, my body, my voice, my world. It's like, who are you to tell me what I can say? That's another thing. I would get into studios and I would say, hey, I'm going to name my album Hija de Chavez. You can't do that. Nobody's going to understand that. You can't. But I am Hija de Chavez. Yo soy la hija de Chavez. I want the world to understand why I changed my name and why my father wasn't in the picture. You know what I mean? And why he might be in it now, you know? And it's my part of my story. And you know what? I think that it might take me longer to get to where I really want to be, but at least I'm going to get there telling my story.
But I think that's life. I think none of us are where we want to be. I think life is the whole journey of trying to get there.
Yeah.
You know, and being happy with the fact that you know that you are pursuing the one thing that you know you may or may not get. But being in that path changes absolutely everything. Like, you know, you're saying how you're shy, and yes, I share that, but at the same time, the fact that I get to share my music put things in perspective of saying, okay, I'm writing something that I feel that if people sing it, it could change one person's life the way it did mine.
Mm-hmm.
That is so much more than hiding behind, because for a really long time, I would not sing without a guitar or sunglasses. I needed protection, you know? I needed algo que me hiciera sentir como que tenía una especie de protección. And still, to this day, me da muchísimo más vergüenza cantar en una audiencia pequeña que grande.
That's crazy. And you know what? You were in a tiny audience.
I was.
and that's available on HBO right now. And it was so cool that I accidentally got on the show. Like you said, like the fifth, ¿cómo era? Que tú dijiste?
Los 5 grados.
Los
Que
5
ahora ya
grados.
debe ser 1 o 2.
Yeah, it was por like word of mouth, really. And it was really cool. I was the only artist in there that wasn't known as a singer, you know, like a musician. So I was like, oh my God, Jesse and Joy are in it. Juanes are in it. Oh my God, and I get to be a part of it. Like, it felt so special to me. How was that? How was that? Because you just said right now that you were scared kind of to sing in front of a tiny audience. So how was that? How was that?
It's the most intimidating for me because I get to see reactions one-on-one. I get to actually see a reaction. You know, whenever you're singing in front of a larger crowd, something weird happens because you can have that feeling of intimacy in a huge crowd. Mm-hmm. As also you can feel like you're in a stadium with 5 people. Like that can be, you know, that doesn't necessarily happen in that order, no? Que uno sea para el otro. Con un tiny audience, tú los ves, viéndote, reaccionando, and it's like, you know? And I'm dying to see your performance, but unfortunately, todavía no sale en México. Yo estoy ahorita en la Ciudad de México.
Oh, okay. Tú sabes que yo siempre estoy en México. You live in Mexico City?
Yes, hit me up.
I'm always there. That's crazy. Okay, I'll hit you up. But you know what's crazy? For me, it's the opposite. Para mí es diferente porque yo estoy acostumbrada a cantar en bars y con 5 gente y con 4 gente y con, you know, gente, you know, mis amigas, you know. So para mí, singing for a tiny audience, that was my thing. I was so like, I love like interacting with people, singing to people, like making them feel like I'm just singing for them, you know? So for me, it's the opposite. I would be so scared to sing for like how you have for like 100,000 people. Like I couldn't do it. Like
well,
I dropped
you're gonna have to come sing with us one day so we can get you know, start your engines.
I die. Oh my God. I'm just used to like mi mamá, mi abuela, you know?
Ay, pero no sé si a ti te pasó, o sea, a mí no había persona que más, no miedo, what would the word be? Every single time my dad would come see us perform, I'd be like, oh, I knew I was going to get the reviews after, ¿sabes? And I would see him walk around people.
Oh, yeah.
Entonces yo lo veía que caminaba entre la gente, no, o sea, de pronto, you know, you're looking at the people in el front of the house, y de pronto lo veía por allá, and I was like, no, I knew I was going to get reviews. So imagine, for me, a small audience and a tiny audience, it was like singing to family. And for me, they are the toughest crowd.
Of course they are. Of course they are. My mom is like, Jackie, what are you wearing in your live with Jackie? Like, who's styling you? I'm like, me.
Yeah, this.
She's like, you gotta work on your style.
Mi
I got so
vida.
mad. I got so mad.
But you know, they also come from this generation that, you know, you have to be extremely
Oh, of
presentable.
course. Always. You
No?
gotta be always on.
My dad could not believe, I mean, he died almost 7 years ago, but he cannot believe that we would actually save up money to buy jeans rotos. And be like, ¿cómo? They're like, Dad, you're revealing your age right now.
That is too funny because you know what? My mom saved me all her leather jackets and her jean roto. She had me young. She had me like at
No, but tu mamá
like
is cool, I can tell.
Eh?
Your mom is cool, I can tell.
Yeah, she's cool. That's why she's like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, damn, Mom, you don't like
Pressure.
it?
Pressure's on.
Oh my God. I think, okay, I've had you on for so long. It's just, I literally, I have a few more things. I know, is
No,
that
go
okay?
ahead.
Let me know.
Go for it.
Okay. So I'm doing a show, obviously, to support my supporters. You know, they've been with me throughout this journey of Orange is the New Black, throughout like my music. They're fans, and they're also a lot of artists, you know, and I noticed a lot of talented artists. So I want to know, what advice can you give someone, you know, who's trying to get in the business, and who at any age, because I sometimes feel that people think that you can't get in if you're older, you know, and I don't believe that.
Do you want me to answer in English or Spanish?
En español, porque le estamos dando mucho inglés a la gente.
A mi parecer, creo que es súper importante ser honesto con uno mismo, ¿sabes? Creo que hoy en día, por la manera en la que social media ha crecido, ¿no? En el sentido en el que de pronto hay celebrities por social media. Porque de pronto, de la noche a la mañana, tienen millions and millions of followers o lo que tú quieras. Pero mi pregunta de ser honesto con uno mismo es porque, así como en algún momento los niños pequeños querían ser futbolistas porque era lo que estaba de moda, así como en algún momento querían ser X cosa, creo que es importante ser honesto con uno mismo y decir, ¿am I doing this for the music? ¿O quiero ser famoso?
Yeah.
Porque hay maneras mucho más fáciles, menos elaboradas para llegar a la fama, que hacerlo por el amor a la música. Y el amor a la música, tú lo sabes, no necesariamente se traduce a dedicarte a ella. La industria ha cambiado muchísimo en los últimos años. La forma en la que, digo, de cualquier forma, siempre ha habido géneros dominantes. En algún punto la bachata was the thing. O sea,
claro.
Romeo Santos, Aventura, era todo lo que escuchabas, ¿no? Ahorita estamos en una época dominada por reggaetón. Y eso creo que también da un reflejo de mucha plata.
Sí, también. Y sabes que a mí me gusta porque yo también crecí en la República Dominicana, un país caribeño lleno de, you know, bachata y reggaetón y dembow. A mí me gusta cantarlo también, pero me gusta también ser como una, like, no ponerme en una, like, box. Me gusta, como a mí me gusta Celia Cruz, from, like, Billie Holiday to Celia Cruz to Jimi Hendrix, you know?
Claro.
I can rock just like you, because I know you're a rock star, baby. Okay?
No.
You're a rock star. You know, I love rock and roll. I love, you know, all music, all types, but I feel like, you know, since reggaeton has been de moda, you know, a lot of people that, you know, are getting involved just because of, you said, like, the money, or and not really being themselves and letting someone else be, they're like puppets, and that's what's selling right now. Some of them, I'm not saying all of them, because everybody deserves to be where they are because they worked hard to get there, but I'm saying their voices aren't being really heard. It's like the people behind them, you know what I mean?
Sí, y por eso creo que es súper importante, antes que cualquier cosa, of any single person de cualquier edad, you just said it, to be really honest in what's behind what's the goal, ¿sabes? Yo obviamente estoy contando esta historia desde un lugar en el que a mí me encontraron y yo no lo tuve que buscar. That doesn't mean I haven't worked hard to get where I am.
Exactly.
However, I know that my goal in life is to use my music as a trampoline for something way bigger than entertainment. That's just me. Y es muy válido that someone else doesn't want that. Pero creo que por la pregunta que estás diciendo of people that are looking into, you know, maybe trying to break into this industry, that's the one thing, to be honest with yourself y verdaderamente encontrar lo que a ti te hace tú para ser distintivo.
I agree. And that's telling your own truth. You know
y lo que dijiste de la edad, un amigo súper querido, súper wise, me dijo una vez, remember that Tony Bennett revivió su carrera when he was 80.
Yep, with Lady Gaga. You know, because he's a classic. If you make classic music, you will always be there. You know what I mean? Because, you know, Celia Cruz will live on for this whole, you know, until, you know, if we don't ruin this world, but forever. You know what I mean?
Totally. Just like Selena, 25 years later, still in the charts.
That's crazy. Insane. You've been such a strong voice for the Latinx community and various philanthropic foundations. How did you get involved into that, and what made you? Because I know now I know more about you. It's not about you anymore. It's about helping people. So, but like, how did you get into that?
You know how you said a while ago that your thing was music, but somehow acting opened that door for you. So for me, you know, when I was growing up, I just loved animals so much. I thought maybe I want to be a vet. I thought maybe I wanted to be, you know, run a shelter. Como que todas estas cosas pasaron por mi mente y no me encontraba, ¿no? It was kind of weird growing up in Mexico City with an American mother because, I mean, first of all, the way we looked, the way we spoke, nos diferenciaba de los demás. En ese entonces, sin tanta red social, sin tanta amplitud de diversidad, éramos diferentes.
Yeah.
And I remember boys in school or girls in school, just basically kids, making fun of the way we would talk, no? And I wouldn't get it. De verdad, I wouldn't get it. And I don't think they did it as a bad thing. We were just being kids. Pero nunca se me va a olvidar que mi papá me dijo, remember that you're thinking in 2 languages. Don't be hard on yourself. You have an extra superpower, ¿no? Y yo, bueno,
yeah.
Conforme fuimos creciendo y encontramos la música, I remember being around 19 or 20. We were in our first tour, and it was so much fun. And we were, you know, going places and meeting people. And it was like, is this it? You know, like, I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong, me encanta, don't get me wrong, pero there are people out there that are struggling for a meal, you know, or so many other things. Y de empezar a viajar, empezamos a conocer that we belong to a community.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, there are so many people out there like me, bicultural. There are so many people out there like me that, you know, are just different. That if you really think about it, it's all the same. Y creo que en el momento en el que la música nos empezó a dar una plataforma, encontramos la manera en traer, just like you with music and acting, for us to bring all those things that, you know, concern us y nos preocupan como seres humanos through music and make it a bigger thing.
Yeah.
Sabes, irónicamente, hasta la fecha, I don't have the stomach to see blood when it comes to an animal, but I can use my platform to help them.
Yeah,
¿sabes?
exactly.
I don't have the stomach to read about numbers when it comes to immigration, and I have to because it's part of what we do. But I can use my platform to make a difference. You know, I can use my platform to probably help a family in need, to inform people, because if I've learned anything in my almost 34 years of life, is that we need to inform people. Creo que los problemas de estereotipos y los problemas de racismo y los problemas de maltrato en cualquier tipo de situaciones porque hay falta de información, y es porque we look at statistics instead of people or animals behind it, or even the medio ambiente, you know, because my brother and I are like, we're trying to help absolutely everything we can, pero el hecho de que la gente no tenga acceso a esta información, ahí está el problema.
Mm. It's so true. And you know what? You know how you got to where you are almost accidentally by the grace of God, you know? And it's because, you know, you're supposed to be in that position because he knew what you would do when you got there. You know what I mean? And it's not about you anymore. And that's exactly how I feel. And like, it was so hard being, you know, an actress, especially Dominican, not really, you know, not understanding in Hollywood what a Dominican looks like, and being rejected nonstop, that I kind of, you know, quit acting for a while, you know, to know that like I worked so hard to get here, so hard, and I got so many no's, that I want my little sister to have a little bit of better time, you know, if she wants to do this. Or the little girl in the Dominican Republic who dreamed of being, you know, an actress and not believing in herself, knowing that a little girl like her came from the Dominican Republic to LA at 15 and tried, you know, and 15 years later, you know, I get Orange is the New Black, you know, but it doesn't happen overnight. People think it does, you know, but we've trained, we've gotten comfortable with ourselves. And now is the time in my 30s, samesies, where we're like, this is who I am, and this is what I want to say, and this is what I want to do. And it's not for me anymore. It's for my people, because I noticed that they're not around as, you know, they're not here. My people aren't here. They're not visible.
Representation matters.
Yes, they're not visible. Representation matters. And now I could give a voice to my people, and they could come here and use their voice too. You know what I mean? So that like excites me. And that's why I wanted to do this show, because it's so hard during quarantine to get inspired, you know, because music inspires me, and interacting with people inspires me, talking to people inspires me, hugging people inspires me. And it's just like, I can't do any of those things. So what can we do now? So that's why I started this. And look, we've had such a great conversation, and I'm just so ready to like work, you know. I have so many things I want to say now after just talking with you.
That's so sweet, Jax. Thank you.
I don't want to put you on the spot to sing or anything, but everybody's been mad at me because they're like, can you ask her to sing like Fuego or whatever? But that's you. You do that. But I had a personal question to ask. So I just recently, you have a baby, right?
Yeah.
And for me, like, you know, like, time is running out and I'm not there where I want to be yet. Do you feel that having a baby changed your career, and how did it?
1,000%, I think.
But what, did it stop your career, or?
Well, it has, like, it's so many things. My wife and I have been together for almost 9 years.
Wow!
And
congratulations.
Thank you. She knew she wanted to be a mother since I've known her. For me, it was a little different. For me, I never thought I would end up with a woman, because I feel like you fall in love with people, you know?
Yeah, me too. I feel the same.
I didn't think that my future would be with a woman. So, of course, in una heteronormativa, my thought would be that I would end up with a guy. Right. So I had it pretty clear in my head that I was not going to get pregnant. I was like, that implies way too many things. So when we got together, she did let me know that she's like, listen, I want to be a mother at some point. And I was like, that's great. Can we just please wait as much as we can, biologically speaking? And that was something that we had agreed on. So whenever we decided to have Noah,
of course, beautiful.
Thank you. We did have to rearrange my tour. We had to stop a lot of things. I tried to do as much as I could, but at the same time, I did not want to miss anything from the whole process. Y básicamente, creo que es la forma más genuina de darte cuenta how insignificant you are cuando se trata de una vida extra. ¿Sabes? Wow. Every single thing is about her. Y por más que nos damos nuestro tiempo, mi esposa y yo, durante la cuarentena, because even so, like, she keeps us on a routine, you know, the baby. She's up by 6 or 7 and the day begins. So we're up early every single day. Están las horas de comida, están las horas de juego, están las horas como más creativas. And we try to have at least 2 hours just for Diana and for me, for my wife and for me, to you know, have some bonding time, to talk. Tenemos muchos pendientes to do in the house, but at the same time, queremos como keep that relationship como nurtured. Y I was just talking about this with some people and during press even, that I don't think that you realize how, like, I am creative and I love that I can create in my work, and it's a work that implies inspiration and whatnot. But for the first time, I see it as a job, because for me to, you know, take time of my day of not being with my daughter, me hace sentir que esto es un trabajo. Yeah. Me ha hecho ver mi trabajo con otro valor también. You know what I mean? Like, it's put things in perspective in such a beautiful way. Also, the fact that we had it as two women, créeme, she's a very wanted baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Creo que that's like the most tangible way that I can tell you that I've seen how,
so beautiful,
how my work has changed, no?
Wow. And the baby obviously inspires you. Do crazy feelings come out? Do you write different now? Like what?
Totally.
But it's inspirational, right? It doesn't stop.
So much. So much. I mean, she is, oh, es que, and I could cry, pero voy a tratar no, because I am a crier.
Okay, me too. Literally, I have it right here. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry.
I love it. I love it. She's just such a bundle of inspiration, a bundle of joy. She has such a temper. And at the same time, I find the beauty in it, because I can already see, because I have friends that say that whenever your kids are like 2 or 3 years old, you know how they're going to be as grown-ups. Oh, no. She's going to be 11 months next week.
Oh, no.
And I already know.
Drama?
Be. No. She knows what she wants.
Oh,
She's
okay.
super, así, determinada. She has zero tolerance for frustration. Zero. And I'm like, girl,
that's good.
Girl,
in a way.
How can I tell you? This is just the beginning.
It's just the beginning.
You know?
You're not even one.
But I love the fact that she wants something and she knows what she wants.
Wow.
And it's just, I mean, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced. It's literally every single thing of the good things that people tell you about it, and it's not even close to it. But I was very fortunate of having friends that also spoke the truth when it came to having kids. Es difícil, you know. It's no joke. It's a forever responsibility. And look, I love animals. I have two adopted, a cat and a dog. Y para mí it's a life decision, ¿sabes? No me puedo imaginar ahora.
I have 4 dogs.
You know
I keep getting dogs. I think I want a baby. That's why I'm asking all these questions. I'm like, but like, is my career like over?
No. It doesn't have to be over. Al contrario, I think that she has given me como a second wind of everything, ¿sabes? Me siento.
That's beautiful. Like new, like brand new. Like a new
and
life.
You definitely look at life with a different set of eyes.
That's beautiful.
So it's a whole new thing.
Wow.
We can talk about the negative stuff off people's Instagrams.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, you don't sleep. They're dramatic. In the future, they're gonna hate you. Mom, shut up, Mom. F you, Mom. I'm like, when I said, Mom, I hate you. My mom cried so bad.
Imagine.
Like, and she just threw a birthday party for me. Like, I was so mean.
Oh.
I was like, I hate you. She was like, I'll never forgive you for saying that.
My baby must have been, I don't know, 4 or 6 months. I don't think she was even 6 months old. I was holding her and I just started crying. Mal. You have no idea how I started crying. My wife is like, what happened? What's wrong? Is everything okay? And I'm like, one day she's going to go to college. One day she's going to leave us. One day she's going to be like, oh, that's my parents calling.
Yeah, 20 years though.
But you know what? I couldn't, te lo juro. Empecé así, y mi esposa, ¿qué tienes, mi amor?
Yo, if I get punished, I might, because my mom's like, she's from Queens. She's like, I can't wait until you have a daughter, Jackie. You're gonna be so, I can't wait. I just can't wait. And then that's my mom, because like I moved out. I didn't run away. I moved out when I was 16 years old. And I was like, I don't like your rules, and give me my beeper, and I'm leaving. My ride's outside, and it was just like my roommate who had a Honda Civic, and I'm like, I'm leaving my ride. She's like, okay. My mom literally changed her whole life for me. Moved from the DR, became no one, because you know when you move from another country, you're no one in America. Yeah. And she's a doctor, you know, so it was like,
Oh my. She
we
had
were
to
getting
absolutely start everything.
everything. She had to take all these tests again to,
Of
you
course.
know,
Yeah, no, it's a big deal.
it's a huge deal, and she passed them all, right?
Mi vida.
Yeah, it's a long story, but then,
I
but
bet
we were
you she's a
getting,
badass doctor too, though.
huh?
I bet you she's a badass doctor too.
Oh, she is. And you know what? Growing up with her was a pain, because she would make me sit in a room and watch women giving birth, because she never wanted me to have sex. She's like, look at all the diseases you can get. I'm like 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
She's
Wow.
crazy.
Espérame,
But
voy a tomar nota.
yeah, and stranger danger. She would make me watch videos. Stranger danger. She's like, Jackie, because I'm from Queens, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what are you gonna do if a guy wants to give you candy? What do you do? And I'm
Right.
like, scream, stranger danger, stranger. My mom, I was like, yeah, she had her unique way of, you know, and she never hit me. But she would like lock me in a room, and I was like, just hit me already. I want to get over this, you know. But she would punish me a lot, and like she was
Isolation.
Yeah, isolation, like prison, like it was terrible. I was meant
She
for
was
it.
actually preparing you for Orange is the New Black.
Actually,
She's
yeah.
like, you're gonna channel yourself from this age when you want freedom on your show.
Yeah, and my grandmother lived. We lived in an apartment, and my grandmother's house was behind. And I was like, "Abuela, ayúdame, auxilio!" Like,
oh my God, you sound like you were a drama queen.
I was. It was terrible. But yo, I just want to thank you so much for your time. Like, yo, we talked literally for a full hour. You're
my
amazing.
gosh. No,
yo,
thank you so much for inviting me.
But I don't know if you want to sing, do you? Or should I play a song?
No. If you want to sing, go ahead. I mean, I don't have the guitar with me.
I know. I want. They keep asking me if you could sing Fuego. Tell me about your new album.
So we have every Wednesday, we have a new episode of the making of Aire. Aire is the name of our new album, and it's dropping out soon. We haven't given the release date just yet. We're teasing people with a little bit of the songs and the making of. Fuego es una canción que we just, you know, announced on the past making of the Aire. Fuego is a very fuego song. But I mean, one of my favorites is una que we showed a little piece of last week, que se llama Como un pez. Y Jesse y yo, algo que hemos hecho durante todos nuestros álbumes es that tratamos como de que salga una canción que nos represente as that 15-year-old and that 18-year-old who started writing. You know,
that's beautiful.
Con una perspectiva un poquito más
inocente. Mm-hmm. We said it at the same time.
I know.
I'm listening.
Yes, you are. Y nada, te puedo cantar un pedacito de We Owe Each Other That, que es Lo Nuestro Vale Más, que es nuestro single ahorita. Pero para que me entiendas un poquito lo que te decía de la letra.
Okay.
Pero básicamente empieza diciendo, me niego a aceptar que ha ganado el rencor. Prefiero luchar a decirnos adiós. Dejemos entrar un poquito de amor. El orgullo hace mal, nos daña a los dos.
Oh my God! You're just like it's like you came from heaven just to sing to the world. Like it's out of control. Your voice is just naturally that's who you are. Like. It's just naturally beautiful. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yo, I learned so much from talking to you. I know that a lot of people got a lot of information, and I just want to thank you. And I'm gonna really hit you up. I have your number, and I just want to tell the world that's listening, that when the first time I met you, remember it was at was it the Grammys?
I think it was a Latin Grammys because we were in Vegas.
No, but the first time I met you, I had like feathery dress on, and I had a big, I think a hat, and I had like a bob, and I told you, you don't even remember probably, and you and your brother, I think I met your brother once, and I literally was like, oh my God, that's Jessie and Joy, that's Jessie and Joy. I think I have the balls to go and tell her that I love her. So I went, and you were, I don't know if you remember, but you were just so kind. And then the
Right.
second time I met you, I gave you your Latin Grammy. Isn't that
Okay,
crazy?
no, but I do remember right now that you're describing that scene.
One was Miami. I saw you in Miami.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Okay,
gave you a
yes.
hug and I took a picture with you. I was wearing like a feathery, you don't gotta remember my outfit or anything, but you were wearing like this I think it was like a silver sparkly dress. I'm not sure, actually, I'm not sure. I'm acting
You have
right
to send
now.
me that photo.
I'm acting right now. I'm not sure. But I just want to tell the world that you are exactly who you say you are. When you sing, when you express yourself through music, you really are as authentic as your music. So thank you so much for coming on here and inspiring me, because for me it's the beginning. Like I just came out with my first debut album. So I'm working now, and my writing is getting better, and it's so true. Like every album has to be like growth, you know what I mean? Like don't be so hard on yourself. Like shit, my EP from 2010 is terrible, but it's there. But it's kind of cool to see the evolution, you know? And even when people are like, don't do it, you believe in you and know that like God put that passion in your heart to make it, and never put a time limit on your dream, you know what I mean?
No, and you know what? Think about it as a way that you're kind of like creating your memoirs of life.
Yeah.
Every single album is going to represent a part of your life and who you were in that moment, because even if you hear it right now with a different, pair of ears, you
Yeah.
hear it and you're like, just think that in the time you created it, that's what was right for you. And it represents you and it's going to be forever there. But that's great, because that will take you to the place where you want to get to,
Yeah, of course. And the thing is that like the music I made before was almost like what people wanted me to say, almost. Some of it. They wanted me to pick just a genre. And like I told you, like my music is like world music. I just can't pick a genre. And I'm not.
No, it's like
signed or
saying
anything.
you're gonna
What?
eat the. It's like if someone would say you have to, pick a dish that you're gonna eat for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And when I hear your voice, you can sing anything. Your voice is an instrument. It could go like the piano. The piano could play anything.
It is an
And
instrument.
isn't it true, right? And then so it's like, how can someone tell you that you can't sing or say something, but it's that moment. Anyways, you have a baby, you have wives. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Wives,
No.
wife.
Just the one wife. But I do have a daughter.
You know what it is? Last night I was watching Waco, which is really sad what happened. But he had wives, so that's why I said wives.
Okay, no, but don't worry.
I didn't mean it.
No, I'm glad que lo aclaraste. Just the one, in case she's watching.
Exactly. I don't want her to be mad at me. But anyways, mucho amor y gracias por venir. Y hablamos pronto, ¿ok?
Sí. Busca la foto.
Yeah. Oh, sí, la voy a buscar. La tengo aquí.
Sí.
It's under Miami. I'll look it. Un beso grande.
Lovely talking to you. Besos a todos los que se conectaron.
Yeah, muchas gracias.
A ti. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Holy crap. Probably one of the best interviews I've ever received in my entire life. Thank you, Joy, for bringing joy to love. And I didn't cry, which I was holding it in so bad because I knew that if I let go, like I would really let go. And it came to me twice. Everyone knows I usually let go, but I didn't want to ruin the vibe. But anyways, literally, I have a vocal lesson coming up. If my teacher is watching, give me a moment. So I want to know if Liz is on right now. Liz, let's see, Fred Siegel or Liz. Liz, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was going to talk so long. I might have to save this for the next one because I don't see her on here, Elizabeth Weiserman. Yeah, I don't see her on. I was going to talk about something, but I rather her talk about it. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. Wasn't she amazing? Gracias por venir. Thank you guys for coming, and maybe we'll have a performer.
¡Aló!
Oye, tú querías cantar el otro día. ¿Quieres cantar hoy, sí o no?
Vale.
Vale.
Estamos.
¿Viste que tuve a Joy, from Jessie Joy, ahora mismo?
Sí, sí, sí. Me la ha mirado toda también.
Oh my God, ella es un ángel. Pero yo quiero que, yo te llamé a ti porque ella está escuchando ahora. Quiero que ella te vea cantar. Así que quiero que ella te vea cantar. ¿Me escuchas?
Sí, 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 se me había ido un momento. Espérate, que tenía aquí unos apuntes. Vale, a ver, es que ¿sabes qué pasa, Jackie? Que yo tengo un problema. Yo acostumbro a cantar en catalán, ¿sabes? Que es mi idioma.
Oh, sí, ¿por qué no
En el
cantas? Sí, por
Sí,
favor,
pero
me
es que no vas a
gustaría.
entender un carajo, boludo.
Por favor, para mí, please.
Vale, vale. Espérate, que me pongo la letra. Es una canción muy linda, ¿eh? La
Sí,
puta es que no vas a
quiero
entender nada,
escucharla.
pero... Vale. Ay, estoy nerviosa, no me esperaba que me unieras.
No, yo te dije que cualquier momento que pueda yo te voy a llamar.
Vale. Vale. Cerca innocent algun tresor. No, espera. Cerca innocent algun tresor. Com un petó de licor, una tarda vora del foc. Cerca l'essència de l'amor, tan màgic, tan diví, abraçat a un arc de Sant Martí. Vols la dansa del vestit, vull la lluna dins del llit, fer-te la cullera a mitjanit. Em quedaré despert, recordo el que em vas dir, és tan maco, tan petit. En tens prou amb els teus dits, la manera de mirar són aquests ulls marró clar que em tornen boig. Drecera al món, no mai més vola el temps i el sol no marxa mai. Larai, la, larai, tai, tai, tai. Ara viene...
That's so cool, me gustó mucho.
Desperto de nou, sóc allà, camí de tu d'entre totes les estrelles. Jo vull estar amb tu, ets tot allò que em porta a mi, inclús la mort ja em fa més fort. Vull ser un camí amb el cor.
That was amazing. Thank you. Muchas gracias por siempre estar preparada y
Claro,
me gusta mucho
siempre
tu voz.
dispuesta para la Jackie.
Me fascina mucho tu voz. Y esa canción está muy chévere. Quiero aprenderla yo. ¿Cómo se llama?
Espera, te lo escribo, ¿vale?
Sí, me lo mandas por el DM, ¿ok?
Vale, te mando el DM,
Sí,
vale,
porque
vale.
tengo que llamar a una persona más porque me tengo que ir porque tengo una lección
Claro.
en 30 minutos.
Estaba pensando en qué cantarte, si Imagine de John Lennon, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay o Redemption Song de Bob Marley, pero al final mira el catalán.
Yeah, that's dope, but like la próxima.
La próxima te voy a cantar alguna de estas.
Ok, perfect. Un beso grande, amor.
Duro.
Chao, mamá. Oh, she was amazing.
Hi.
Hi. You said you would sing today?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. So what are you gonna sing for us?
I'm gonna sing All I Want from Codeline.
Awesome. I'm ready.
But before I begin, I want to say that I'm sorry because the last time you went live, I like skipped you 5 times when you asked me what my name was.
Oh, that's okay.
It was because the connection wasn't that good. And
Oh, you don't have to apologize. Oh, you're so sweet. That's okay.
Okay.
No big deal.
Thank you. Okay. All I want, there's nothing more to hear you knocking at my door. 'Cause if I could see your face once more, I could die as a happy girl, I'm sure. When you said your last goodbye, I died a little bit inside. But if you love me, oh, that was really bad.
That was beautiful.
Leave me, take my body, take my body. All I want is, and all I need is to find somebody. I find somebody. That's everything I got.
Hey, that was beautiful.
That's so much.
Sweet. You guys, she was practicing. I called her the other day. She's like, I'm not ready. I said, all right, we'll call you Friday. And look at that. You've been practicing. You sound great. You sound beautiful. And how old are you?
I'm 13.
13. Oh my God. You have so much potential. Continue to sing. You have such a beautiful voice. And it's also very angelic. Don't give up on your dream, okay? Promise? Promise?
I promise.
Okay, and you can come sing on here whenever you want. So practice another song. I'm on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay, Margot?
Yeah,
You're
sure.
such a biggie. And where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
Belgium.
Belgium. That's awesome. I got to go to Belgium. I've never been to Belgium.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I'll come visit. Well, Margot, thank you so much. You were the last person because I got to get going. But I just wanted to thank you so much.
Can I take a picture first before
Absolutely. I go? All right, let me find that light.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. See you soon, baby.
Bye. Thank you so much. I could go on your live today.
Of course. And I will post it on my YouTube, all right? So, Margot, if you can subscribe to my page, that would be really amazing. We help each other out.
I already right? subscribed.
Yes, you're the best. Thank you. Okay. Bye,
Thank you
baby.
so much. Bye.
Oh, my God. What a great show, you guys. I'm so happy that Joy came on. It was beautiful. I got to get going because I have a vocal lesson, you guys, and I'll put some of what I learned on my IG, so you guys can learn too. You know, because I see that there's a lot of singers here, and maybe I could teach you some vocal exercises that I do with my coach, so I could pass them along on my IG. So look back in my stories, and this should be in my stories too. But I just want to thank you guys for being here every time. I know I have the usual Live with Jackie, and I just want to thank you for celebrating music, celebrating each other, and I give you un beso grande, okay? That's the I'm gonna go lay out in the sun. Everybody has the sun. Go lay out, well, depending on where you are. you guys like my album.
Yo quiero estar contigo. Yo quiero estar